Let me turn to another aspect of this administration's foreign policy when it comes to denial. It seems that they are resistant to Putin's aggression, whether it be in Ukraine or eastern Ukraine. They simply don't address it. They don't speak to it, and therefore it doesn't exist in the national liberal media. It is a peculiar time in which we live.
Clever, right? It's like we're in a movie.
Without the Nazi racism, is behaving pretty much exactly, not a little bit, but exactly the way Hitler did after he became chancellor in 1933 in the late 30s.
Every time Obama speaks, think of the
by
clown.
going
He has a sick,
to
hidden
supposed
agenda
assistance
up his sleeves.
of people
Whose
like the
interest does he
Staving
serve?
Germans who
Have you
are trapped
noticed
in another country.
his environmental
Hitler
constituents?
expanded and
Number one
expanded and
is Al Gore's global warming policies, not allowing us
his mode of operations,
to extract
and
our own shale, natural gas. We have the reserves to light up this country for the next 200 to 400 years. And we can't drill. We can't
As the West carefully watches Russian
stand up today.
moves
You see
into
what's going on
the
in Ukraine,
Ukraine
correct?
crisis, and Air Force General
Russia has
sounding
no
a warning
innovative
about
economic
Russian
common
military
sense
maneuvers.
because of their
He says Russia is
nonsensical
ramping up its air activity over the Pacific
finance,
Ocean, even making
which is
claims that
corrosive
U.S. fighter jets
and
intercepted a
completely
Russian aircraft
opposite
over Guam.
from free markets. They have become, well, overzealous and jealous of the United States. They know more than ever we do. They know more than we do as far as quantum physics is concerned. So, of course, they're aware. America has a shitload of natural gas and oil. Am I right? Well, what if I told you there were countries, or one country in particular, that has been building a massive supply of nuclear weapons. For what purpose? To rape and ransack the country for its oil and natural gas. You notice they have not been passing the Keystone Pipeline, correct? They've got you in this global warming, extremist, up and down, puppeteering, puppet formation. Idiots! All of you!
Yes, we should have never given up our subs, but we believe the lie, that peace and safety have come, because the Kremlin had changed. That last part is the big lie. So now we will perish. We gave up our subs because we believe the lie. That is how believing the lie results in our perishing. It's our disarming that does it. If we hadn't disarmed, Russia could never hit us, or it would be suicidal. Mutual asserted destruction, but now it won't be mutual, for we foolishly disarmed too much. By 2015, think how much more will be cut from the military budget to satisfy these crazy demands of sequestration. I've read that it's 10% annually, so by 2015 that adds up to an impossible 30%. Yes, a Russian attack becomes plausible when you start talking about a 30% cut on top of what Bob Gates cut when he was Secretary of Defense. The good news is that God will take the world back from the Kremlin after it takes over the world. The beast gained power over every tribe and nation and tongue. He made war on the saints, Christian nations, and overcame them. Revelation 13:7, but only for 5 months. Revelation 9:5-10, in order to save little Israel from annihilation. Russian troops in Israel will switch sides, forsaking Gorbachev, the Antichrist beast man of sin. They go over to Christ's side. He sends them back home to Russia to proclaim God's glory, i.e. the glory of light at the second coming, which they witness. They multitask by overthrowing Gorbachev's regime. At the same time, world peace begins and global conversion to Christ. Thus, he becomes, at long last, the undisputed savior of the world, not just my personal savior, like you hear today.
The old Soviet Union Professor Graham says that's unlikely because the Russia of 2014 is nowhere near as powerful as the Soviet Union was in the 1950s.
Ezekiel 38:39, Zechariah 14, Daniel 31, that's 45. At that point, once appears as light, at night, there will be light. Zechariah 14:7.
There's an upper limit.
And every night you lay down and you fall asleep.
The planets are figuratively moaning because they're rotating, revolving around a star is meaningless. Because they're rotating around the star is meaningless because the planets are lifeless. They need liberation from that corruption, the deadness within. That is where we come in. Mankind will colonize the stars and the planets orbiting them in our galaxy. Forget about the other galaxies for now. We will liberate them from the state of lifelessness by bringing all kinds of flora, fauna, water, transformation, metamorphosis. Passage 2, Ephesians 4:10. It speaks of Christ ascending in order to fill all things with himself. Well, all things can refer to the universe that's too big for us to manage. But like I say, we can handle this Milky Way, MWG, for the next several billion years. And that will be Christ doing it through us. For we mankind are the body of Christ, i.e. the church. Ephesians 1:22-23. Mankind is definitely not the body of Christ yet, but after the second coming of Christ in mid-2015, the whole world will be converted to Christianity. At that point, mankind and the church will become synonymous terms. The sequence of events goes like this. Russia bombs the USA, overruns Western Europe, Eastern too. See Daniel 7:8. the 10 horns and 10 kings, but more than that, they are 10 nations ruled by those 10 kings. So when horn number 11 comes up among them, Daniel 7:8, that is an invasion of Western Europe by a nation outside of it, namely Russia. Russia leads an internationally represented invasion of Israel. Ezekiel 38:39, Zechariah 14, Daniel 11:41-45. At that point, Christ appears at light. At night there will be light in order to save little Israel from annihilation. The Russian troops in Israel will switch sides, forsaking Gorbachev, the Antichrist beast, man of sin. They go over to Christ's side. He sends them back home to Russia to proclaim God's glory, i.e. the glory of the light, at the second coming, which they are witness of. They multitask by overthrowing Gorbachev's regime. At the same time, world peace begins in global conversion to Christ. Thus, he becomes, at long last, the undisputed savior of the world, not just my personal savior like you hear of today. The whole thing, from that date of Russia attack on USA over to the defeat of Gorbachev, will be only 5 months. Revelation 9:5-10. That's a very short tribulation period. It was supposedly 3.5 years. Daniel 7:2-5. But Christ said he would shorten the days. Matthew 24:22. So I looked for a shorter period that fits. And Revelation 9:5-10 is what presented itself to me, like it says in Revelation 1. Blessed is the man who reads this prophecy. Yes, I feel blessed to find a period much shorter than the 3.5 years. Those 3.5 years are extremely important. I came up with 2012 as a year a Russian attack would concur. Daniel 12:11-12, but nothing happened, fortunately. But if we add the 3.5 years to the start of 2012, we arrive at the middle of 2015. That's how I came up with mid-2015. It's a date in which, in fact, Russia does go forth and initiate their foregone own destruction.
Russian long-range bomber aircraft over the last 5 years in order to visually identify them. She went on to tell me interaction between NORAD fighters with these types of aircraft are carried out routinely.
Now, the general did not give any details of the incidents, and neither would NORAD. However, someone is responding locally in Fresno. We do have the 144th Fighter Wing, the California Air National Guard. That's right near the airport. And then we also have the Navy fighter jets down in Lemoore at Lemoore Naval Air Station. Monty, the general did add that the United States will continue to take these threats and challenges head on.
Well, I have to tell you, Eric, it is alarming, and the military is not even releasing how close they got to the coastline or how many planes.
They are not. They're not releasing how close they were or how many planes, but you may recall, I think it was back in 2007 that Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, had said that he would continue his missions in NATO areas that was considered off limits when it was the Soviet Union.
Shades of the Cold War all over again.
Possibly.
All right, Eric. Well, the general ended his talk by saying, as the United States faces budgetary problems with the military, our relationship with ally countries needs to get closer. He says gaining a better understanding of their challenges will help protect us as well.
And that's because it's happening to them too. The probing of U.S. defenses by Russian military aircraft off the coast of California is far from an isolated incident. If anything, Russia seems to be getting more aggressive. 2 weeks ago, the British Royal Air Force scrambled Typhoon fighters to shadow Russian long-range bombers approaching Scotland. On that same day, 2 Dutch F-16s intercepted 2 Russian bombers that entered a half-mile into Dutch airspace. And less than 2 weeks before that, a Russian warplane made several close passes near the U.S. Navy destroyer, the USS Donald Cook, in the Black Sea near the coast of Ukraine. The Pentagon called it a provocative move occurring at a time of escalating tensions between Russia, Ukraine, and NATO. And like Eric mentioned, we have 2 well-equipped military bases right here in Fresno County. The Air National Guard 144th Fighter Wing is located in Fresno. It is an ideal location because the Guard protects all of California. It's equipped with high-tech aircraft, including a new F-15 Eagle that was received mid-last year. And of course, there is also the Lemoore Naval Air Station. It's equipped with 16 F-18 strike fighter squadrons. The base houses more than 33,000 military men and women, and that is in Kings County.
That's right.
стандартного назначения. Боевой ракетный комплекс шахтного базирования с ракетой РС-20 по натовской классификации «Сатана».
Производим пуск. Даю отсчет. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Пуск.
Боевой железнодорожный ракетный комплекс с ракетой РС-22 по натовской классификации «Скальпель».
Пошла, родная, пошла.
Мобильный грунтовый ракетный комплекс «Тополь». Боевой ракетный комплекс с ракетой РС-18 по натовской классификации «Стилет». Боевой ракетный комплекс шахтного базирования «Тополь-М».